They say that walls also have ears. But today, I am going to tell you the story of a wall that not only had ears, but also a heart. This is Ayesha, a young student with bright dreams and a determination to do something. Whenever she saw the indifference of her neighborhood from her window, her heart would ache as if someone had sprinkled salt on a burning fire. And this is Rahim Chacha. He had a rented shop at the corner of this neighborhood for 40 years. The heat and cold of life had carved his face in such a way that every wrinkle was a witness of a bygone story. He believed that talking about changing the world only sounds good in books. In reality, it is all useless. And this is Junaid. For him, the streets were his abode and his identity was carefree. For him, life was just a game of passing time, and every change in the neighborhood was a spectacle for him. One chilly winter evening, when there was a mysterious silence in the air, Ayesha saw an innocent child shivering in a torn old shirt. The sight was like an arrow in her heart. That night, she decided that she would not remain silent any longer. The very next day, she first approached Rahim Chacha with an idea. Ayesha, Chacha, I want us to turn that empty wall in the street into a wall of kindness, where people can keep their excess things and those in need can quietly take them. Rahim Chacha, daughter, this is all the excitement of 2 days. These walls have seen nothing but advertisements. This filth, this hatred, all this is already written on this wall. Go. Focus on your studies. Rahim Chacha's cold attitude disappointed Ayesha, but she did not lose heart. She went to Junaid and his friends who were laughing on the edge of the street. Junaid jokingly, "Hey sister, Papu Bhai Zindabad will be written on this wall. Where did you start opening this clothes shop?" Hearing this, all the friends laughed. But Ayesha could hear this laughter louder than her heart beating. After receiving disappointment from all sides, Ayesha tried to do this work alone. Forced by her determination, she came down to the field alone. The next day, she bought a paint can and a brush from her pocket money and started cleaning that dirty wall. Ayesha is cleaning the wall alone. People are looking at her strangely, as if she were a stranger. One day passed, then another. Every day Ayesha would come from college and start beautifying the wall. The locals thought she was crazy, but there was not even a wrinkle on her forehead. Junaid and his friends were watching all this from a distance. The contempt hidden in Junaid's laugh was now changing to surprise. He could not believe his eyes that a delicate girl could have such a strong intention. On the third day, when Ayesha was tired and painting the wall white, Junaid's face filled with anxiety. He slowly approached her. "Junaid, come, give me this brush. You can't even draw a straight line." Ayesha looked at him in surprise. Junaid held the brush and started painting silently. One of his friends picked up a broom while the other took a bucket of water. The spectators themselves were now becoming part of the spectacle. That evening, that wall was shining white. Junaid wrote beautifully on it with spray paint, "Wall of Kindness," and wrote below, "What you don't need, put here. Take what you need from here." The next morning, when Ayesha looked out the window, her eyes were moist. A child's warm jacket and a pair of shoes were hanging on a peg on the wall. Someone had lit the first lamp of goodness in the darkness of the night. But this was only the beginning. This small success was the precursor to a big change. Now the youth of the neighborhood were also starting to take an interest in this work. One day, when everyone was planting saplings near the wall, the notorious boy of the neighborhood, Papu, came there with his friends and threatened them. Papu, trying to spit beetle leaves on the wall. "Oh, is this a child's game? Everyone get out of here." Junaid stepped forward and stopped him, and the atmosphere became tense. Before the matter could get out of hand, a voice came. A voice that no one expected. Rahim Chacha came out of his shop with lightning speed. Rahim Chacha, in a harsh voice, "Shame on you. This girl is doing a good deed for the honor of the neighborhood and you are spreading the filth of your ignorance here? If you look at this wall with a dirty eye in the future, no one will be worse than me." Rahim Chacha's voice had 40 years of authority and truth. The entire crowd remained silent. Then he turned to Ayesha, placed his hand on her head with compassion and said, "Daughter, I was wrong. You have proven that if the intention is pure, even stone walls can connect hearts. That was the day, and today is the day. That wall was no longer just a wall, but had become the center of unity and hope for the neighborhood. Rahim Chacha took care of it. Junaid and his friends were its protectors. Now, every day, someone would leave their love there, and someone in need would fulfill their need. The same child, shivering from the cold, is now smiling, wearing a warm jacket. Ayesha, Junaid, and Rahim Chacha are standing together, smiling at him. A wall that was once a metaphor for filth and hatred has today become a symbol of love and kindness. This is the story of a small dream, a strong will, and the belief that if one dares to light a lamp, darkness can be defeated.